American Chris Bledsoe reported an experience with an unidentified anomalous phenomenon, UAP, in 2007. The event reportedly occurred on January 8, 2007, near the Cape Fear River. The witness was fishing with his 4 children and 3 colleagues. At one point, the witness stopped to pray. Shortly afterward, he observed a UFO followed by several orbs of light. The most intriguing aspect of the event was that, after observing these UAPs, the witness later realized that he had lost approximately 4 hours of time. Another aspect frequently mentioned in connection with the event is that Bledsoe had suffered from Crohn's disease for nearly 18 years prior to the incident. After the encounter with the UAPs, the illness reportedly disappeared inexplicably, surprising his doctors. The witness considers this a miracle and believes that the beings associated with the UAPs are angels. If you are interested in topics related to space, the possibility of intelligent extraterrestrial life, and the future of humanity, Avi Loeb is the author of the book Interstellar, The Search for Extraterrestrial Life and Our Future in the Stars. If you are interested, the link to the Audible audiobook is available in the description. Later, Chris Bledsoe reported that he began communicating with these supposed angels. According to his account, they appeared to him and conveyed messages about love, spiritual awakening, and environmental urgency. Among these angelic figures, the one who stood out the most and appeared most frequently was a woman always dressed in white. In 2023, Chris Bledsoe published a book titled UFO of God, in which he states that his experience with the UAP phenomenon attracted interest from religious leaders, NASA researchers, and even CIA agents. In an interview with Ross Coulthart, Bledsoe stated that individuals who work for government agencies, including members associated with the U.S. Congress, have met with him unofficially to witness UAP phenomena. According to him, these witnesses observed between 50 and 60 orbs in total. Chris Bledsoe also gives public lectures in which he shares a message of hope and transformation, emphasizing what he describes as a consciousness connection guided by these phenomena. When describing the 2007 sighting, Bledsoe explains that he was experiencing severe financial difficulties and suffering greatly from Crohn's disease at the time. While the others were fishing, he stepped away to pray. At that moment, he noticed a UFO moving through the sky, followed by several orbs of light. Bledsoe says he does not know exactly what the orbs are, but he believes they are angels. He says he is convinced of this because, according to him, the orbs appear whenever he prays. In 2005, Chris Bledsoe had already witnessed a UAP phenomenon together with members of his family. During that event, no contact with beings or orbs was reported. The object was described as a lime green craft shaped somewhat like a cigar that eventually moved toward the horizon. Although Bledsoe attributes the orbs from his 2007 sighting and later encounters to angelic beings, he does not rule out the possibility that the UFO seen in 2005 could have been a spacecraft of extraterrestrial origin. He believes that both possibilities, angels or extraterrestrials, are equally plausible. Regarding the sighting on January 8, 2007, Bledsoe says that he remembers only fragments of the 4 hours he lost. In one memory, he recalls being inside something like a transparent sphere, similar to glass, and seeing images outside of it, almost as if watching scenes projected on a screen. He says he saw Egypt, including the pyramids and the Sphinx, as well as the Temple of Hathor. He describes Hathor as a very beautiful Egyptian goddess and states that the goddess herself appeared within the temple. According to Bledsoe, the communication during these experiences occurs telepathically and only happens when he requests contact through prayer. One of these accounts was reportedly documented and sent to the Pentagon in 2012. In the vision he described, there was an exchange of missile strikes between Iran and Israel. After the missiles crossed the sky, numerous orbs emerged from the oceans around the world. The message appeared to him as if projected on a living canvas. A feminine entity told him that the orbs would appear as humanity began to awaken, and that this process could not be stopped. She also said that if humanity initiated a war, they would intervene to prevent it. Following this, he says he saw two possible timelines. In one scenario, humanity would be completely annihilated during a devastating global war. In the other, humanity would enter a period of peace and continue to exist. He says he does not know which of the two outcomes will occur. Bledsoe wrote in his book that the woman in white explained that in April 2026 there would be an alignment involving a blue star from Regulus that would appear on the horizon in front of the Sphinx and then turn red. According to him, this event would mark a turning point and open the door to new knowledge. If the events described by Chris Bledsoe were to be confirmed in April 2026, they could lead to a dramatic revelation, as some American officials reportedly fear. Such a development could potentially trigger an institutional crisis due to a loss of public trust, which might also produce financial repercussions and even a global economic shock. In that scenario, the world would no longer be the same, as our understanding of reality would undergo profound changes. Some observers suggest that there may be many reasons for the American government to plan a controlled or scheduled disclosure, one of them being the warning that Chris Bledsoe says he received from the woman in white. What do you think? Leave your comments. Thank you very much for watching.